Do we have that? Price and duration?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I do have it on mine. I've updated mine.
All right. So can we move to instruct? Have we done instructors? Not very sure now. Ali and Abu, please, can you see the screen? Can you see the task? The task is on the screen already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So you can get to work on it. Now, it's important. You probably need to know that you need to update insert records into your registration table, right? Because there are no records there in your registration table. Let me say this here and now. Please listen, guys. Your registration table has to match what you have on your student's table. Do you get that?
Hello. Sir, didn't work.
Expert sheet, sir.
IJ, don't worry. IJ will sort it out. Don't worry, we'll sort it out. Your registration table.
Sir.
Let me just do that. Give me a minute, please. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I don't have any records here yet. What I'm saying is, let me show you what I'm saying, right? If you are inserting record into your registration table, let me see. Please observe something. Ibrahim.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can we see these guys for the registration table? I have what I call status. There is a status column. If I'm not mistaken, I think I had you create a type for this. You create a type for the registration table. Then you need to have what we call what's it called? The options. Let me just do this here so you can see that. Status. It's in none. We have active, inactive. You can have like pending. Can we see these guys for the status column? Do we get it? No one. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
All right. So did you get this for the status data type? This is what you need to create for the registration table. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. There are 6 columns. The registration ID is the primary key. Student ID foreign key, that's 1. Track ID foreign key, that's 2. One is date. This one is fee paid, then student status.
Sorry, sir. We're trying to add data into our student ID and what? Yes. And this one.
Give me a minute. Let me see if I can give you the query. Okay, let me save this. Sorry, let me save this. Give me a minute. Let me save this. So let me give, I think I have that query here. Just give me a minute. Let me see. Okay, it's not here. Okay, look at it. Sorry, look at it here. Guys, can we see this? This is the query for the registration table. Can you guys see this now?
Yes, sir, I can see it.
If we just copy it there. Ismail, Alpha. Are we done with this? F Young, welcome. F Young, can you hear me, please? Hello, F Young, can you hear me? I'm not sure if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Can anyone hear me? Let me just be sure that I'm still loud and clear.
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you. I don't know why Sean is not responding. Vivian, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Vivian, what's going on?
Sorry, I had a family emergency. That's why I'm sorry, sir.
Wait, how many people have been family emergency this morning? Zero. I think that's the second person again. I think family emergency. Okay, so I'm just gonna do some stuff so you can follow through. You can follow through, right? And start into the registrations table. Um, I'm going to show you guys the different way of adding data to your record. Um, student's ID, student's ID. Okay, so what I'm saying is this. Look at this, guys. I'm going to have to use the student's ID, to ensure that I put the right student's ID here. Do you get what I'm saying? So you're not just going to insert random values. You have to make sure that the values you're putting in for the foreign keys exist. So I can put in, let's say, 3, right? Track ID. Let me run a query for track ID. I think we have 357, right? I think I remember that. We have 357 for the track. So alias track ID is 7, as you can see here, 7. I can just put in here 7 for the track ID value. Registration date. I can put in a date here. I can say register 2025, 08, let's say 02, right? That's for the date value. Fee paid, that one is decimal. I can say he paid 35, 350,000. Just gonna put that. What else again? Student status. So student status, I have pending paid cancel. Pending paid cancel. So I can just use paid. I thought use active and inactive. Please, are you guys creating your tables currently? Ibrahim, Vivian, Ismail.
Yes, sir. I'm updating mine.
Okay, okay.
Mr. Dam, I just joined, so I'm trying to see what is happening.
Okay. So we're trying to ensure that every one of us, both virtual students and physical students, have up-to-date tables. That's what we're trying to do. Because there's a tag that I gave and I want everyone to have the same tables. All right, so what I want to do is I want to, okay, so I can just delete this. Let me just do this here. But instead of me to delete them, so I think I can just alter. Ismail, what about you? The status.
I'm noticing everything, but I'm still trying to move at my own pace so I don't get confused.
Okay, so what table are you dealing with now? What table are you handling now?
I'm currently filling values in for the student tables for the new columns I added.
Okay,
I've already updated the instructors, what's it called? Instructors table. It's
okay,
just left for me to put values into them.
okay.
But for students table, I'm currently inserting my values
All right.
under the student table. So once I'm done, I'll proceed to the then come down to this part.
Okay, that's fine. That's okay. That's okay.
But before I proceed, sir, I want to add that do we need to also create table for registration and
Yes, please.
track?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
All right, sir. Um,
There's work to do, Abby. Don't worry. Um, Aliyah P, that's physical and Abu. Please, we need to do something. Can you guys hear me? The registration table.
Sir.
Yes.
The options for the status, I want us to change it, right? To take note of what I'm doing. The options for the status table. This should be active, active, inactive, and cancelled, not what I have there. So I'm writing an alter query. I'm altering the type. The type is called status, right? Then I'm going to add value. Or what let's just do this. Let's just delete this and add it again, right? Since there's no record there so far. So alter table registrations. Then we can just drop that column. Drop column student status. Please take note of that, please. Then what is again with the new data type and with the new options? Do you get that? Vivian, are you on your what's it called? Are you on your system?
Yes, I'm on my system.
Good. How many tables do you have?
I have 3
What are the 3 tables?
instructors, students, and track.
Okay, so can you create a 4th table called registrations? Look at the query above. Look at the query from line 113. Can you create that?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Then also create, before you create this table, before you run this query, you need to create a type called status like this. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
I thought I changed this thing to active, inactive, and active, inactive. Yes. IJ, Alpha, are you there? So IJ, just pause on your student table. Can you create a registration table based on what you're seeing on the screen? IJ, do you get that?
All right, sir.
So at least
Yes,
you're not just waiting on a student table. We will address your student table issue later. Don't worry. So guys, everyone, if you are
all right, sir.
having issues with a student table or stuff, just pause that. Create your registration table. But before you do this, you need to create a new type called status, right? Then you can now create a new table called registrations table. F Young, you've not spoken since you joined. Are you here with us? Can you please unmute your mic? F Young.
I can hear you, sir.
What is your challenge? You've not been as active as I've loved. Are you having any issues?
Yes. Um, I think
I can't hear you. F Young, you are quite low. You are quite low. I can't hear you.
I was not feeling too okay, sir.
Oh, you're not feeling too fine. Oh, so sorry. So sorry about that. So sorry about that. Are you recovering?
Um, I'm taking some medication.
Sorry?
I'm taking some medication.
You're getting medication. Okay. So sorry about that. I didn't know about that. Okay, oh gee. I think Omola told me. I must have forgotten. Must have forgotten. I guess that was what affected you last weekend also, because you're not very active last weekend. Sorry about that. So sorry about that. Just try to use your medications and get well and get better. Wish you speedy recovery. But just try to pay attention to what we are doing, right? Try to pay attention to what we're doing so that you have an idea. There's a recording for this, right? So afterward, you could also go back to the recordings and consume it in your own time. Do you understand, Effiong?
Sir,
Yes, please.
I want to ask that. Can I just pause and just try to understand what you're trying to explain for us on screen? Then maybe attempt this task later.
That's fine. That's okay. Like I said again, and
Yes.
that's fine. That's okay.
All right, sir.
Trying to make sure that everybody, right, have 4 tables, and those tables are uniform in terms of expected columns. Do you understand that? That's what we're trying to achieve. Do we all get that? It's important to understand that, right? So both virtual students, both physical students, you need to have 4 tables, and your tables need to have the same columns, right? Of course, not necessarily the same name, but it has to be similar names. Ibrahim Alpha, what's a bit on your own end?
Yes, sir. I did everything and I tried to run the queries coming out wrong. So I'm trying to see where my error is. So
Okay. Let me know if you need anything.
all right, sir. I just try to change some things. Then if it didn't work out, I'll get back. I'll let you know, sir.
All right, that's fine. Aliyah and Abubakri, have you dropped your status type?
I'm about to do that.
About to do that. Abubakri, what about you?
Status type is not in my own, sir.
You don't have this. What do you have?
Is it under registration?
Yes.
I have registration ID,
Mm-hmm.
registration track ID, and student ID.
Please update it. You need to have you have a registration date.
Yes, date is there. Registration date is there.
What about fee paid?
Sir?
What about fee? The fee paid
No,
column.
no, sir.
Please add
No,
that.
sir.
Add that to your table. Then add student status to your table.
Okay, sir.
But you need to create the status data type like this. You can see on line 111. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me know when you're done with that. Ali, also let me know when you're done with that. Vivian Alpha.
So I'm here. I'm just like I
Okay,
decided
it's
to,
the same list,
since
right?
you said we can look at what you're doing and
Okay.
attempt to create the table later. I just want to follow what you're doing so I don't get confused.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But I would advise you also create a restrictions table, at least so that you have 4 tables on your end, right? I advise you create a restrictions table. IJ, any updates?
Yeah, yes, I'm creating my registration table now.
Have you created the status type?
Yes, I have.
Good. So while you guys are working, who want to explain to me or want to explain to us what on delete cascade mean and what on update cascade mean? As you are working, you can be typing your queries, writing your queries, and you can straight up. Who wants to help us explain what on delete cascade mean and on update cascade? What do they mean?
I think I can try.
Okay.
So on the lead cascade and update cascade is something that um occur concurrently, I think. So what it literally means is when you have a foreign key tagged on a table. So what it simply means, if you want to delete, do you say the parent from the parent table, then that means it won't affect your sorry. Let's assume you have a student table and a track table. So let's assume the student table have the reference that is referencing the track table.
Okay.
Then you want to delete from the student table. You can't delete it directly. You have to add that syntax so that you can delete it. The explanation is somehow.
Okay. I think I get what you're trying to say. Who else want to try? Thank you very much, Ibrahim. On delete cascade, on update cascade. Why are we using this construct? Who wants to try? No one. So is it safe to say everybody understand what this means? On delete cascade, on update cascade.
No, it's not safe. I don't understand it.
Okay. Okay, so those from the physical classes, do you want to try? Abu?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what does on delete cascade represent? What does on update cascade? What do they stand for? What do they mean?
It means that anything you are deleting on the primary key will also affect those that are on the foreign key, and also on update cascade. Anything you update on the primary key will also affect the one on foreign key.
Is it the key we are talking about or the table? I think you are using the wrong words. Can you?
Table, sir. Sorry. Table, sir.
Okay. So let me explain this real quick. Thank you very much, Abu. And thank you very much, Ibrahim. So let me explain so you get it well. I don't know if it was your class I did this example or the physical student class. Now, suppose we have okay, let me just use sports. Let me use sports, right? Let me use sports. Now, if we have a sports table, a sports database, let's say football. I'm a football person, right? Let's say football. Now, we can have a table called clubs. Are we together? We have a table called clubs. Now, in these clubs, they can be Manchester United, Barcelona, Real Madrid, etc., etc. So there are different information, there are different columns on the clubs table. Now, we have another table called players. So in this players table, it contains the information about the players, right? The player's name, the player's date of birth, the player's gender, probably nationality, then the player's club. Are we getting this? the player's club. So take for instance, we say Arsenal. Let's just use Arsenal for example. So let's say in the club's table there is a record called Arsenal, right? With other informations. Now in the players table, suppose we have a record called Saka, Bukayo Saka, who is an Arsenal player. Now, in that players table, there's going to be a column called club. So that club column or club ID column will be, it's a foreign key, and what it does is it is referencing the club table. When Bukayo Saka, when they are inserting the record of Bukayo Saka, they will put his name, they will put his age, date of birth. Then by the time they come to the club ID, they can put, let's say, 15. I'm just using that as an example. They can say 2. If they put the club ID as 2, that club ID as 2, what it means is in the club's table, right, we have in the record called position 2. We have a record club position 2, right? So that club ID 2 is, oh goodness. So sorry about that, guys. We have a club, what's it called? A record club ID 2, right? Now, if any update is made on that record, that's on the club's table. If anything is updated, right? What we want is it should also reflect on the players table. So, take for instance, let's say we change the name from Arsenal to, let's say, Arsenal FC, right? We change the name from Arsenal to Arsenal FC, right? We change the name from Arsenal to Arsenal FC. We change that. Automatically, it should affect Bukayo Saka, right? It should affect Bukayo Saka on the players table, right? So that there is data consistency across all tables. And if by reason we delete that record called Arsenal, we delete that Arsenal record from the club's table, what that should mean is the record called Bukayo Saka should no longer exist because Bukayo Saka and on his club ID column is 2, which is Arsenal. But Arsenal no longer exists, or Arsenal FC no longer exists. So automatically that record should also be deleted. So the purpose of on delete cascade and on update cascade here is so that we enforce data consistency across the tables. So if we delete a record from the parent table, which in this case is like the clubs, right? If we delete the record from the parents table, automatically any corresponding record on a child's table or children's table, should also be deleted. And if we update a record from the parent table, automatically any corresponding record that is using that in the children's table or child's table should also be updated. Please let me know if you understand the concept of on delete cascade and on the on update cascade. IJ, you in particular. Is this clear, please? Let me know, or it's still not clear. Can you hear me, guys? Hello, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Did you get my explanation? Hello, did you get my explanation? Please let's be sure. I want feedback. Feedback would help me.
Yes, sir.
IJ, okay, thank you very much. IJ, what about you? Do you understand the concept
Yes,
of what's it called? On delete cascade, on update cascade.
yes, I do.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so what's the update on our tables? For those creating the execution table, are you done with the creation of the execution table now?
No, I'm not done. I'm still on it.
Okay. Now you observe something for, let me just, as you're writing, you see that I am manually typing in the record and I didn't put the column names here. So this is another way to insert record, right? Usually we'll put the column names before the values, right? But you could also insert record into your table without putting the column names. But what that means is you have to input all the column names that are there. So and that's why you can see I'm inputting the registration ID, even though it's a serial data type or auto increment, right? But because it's what's it called? Even if it's auto increment or serial data type, I can do it this way because I'm not putting the column values, like the actual column names. So yeah, I can say to student ID, let's say, I hope there's a 4, then track ID, let's say there's a 5, this I can make this, let's say 6, and 13, please 20,000, and it's also active. I can say inactive. Wow, 40 minutes is quite a short time. Please, when the meeting ends, let's just wait a minute or a few minutes. I will update you guys on when to join the class again. Please take note of that.